Question number 5. Does test make you shredded? Absolutely not. We literally just got back from the gym. Abs, shoulders, and arms. Pretty solid workout. Welcome back to the channel. I know it has been a while. Julian, of course. I tried to film this video yesterday, and I filmed it twice. The first time was really good, and I realized I recorded it in slow motion. And then I did it a second time, and I just was going through the motions. Hella irritated because I fucked up the first time. We're doing it again today. I feel more refreshed. I feel more confident. They're gonna run this through. I'm gonna try to do it in one shot, you feel me? I've only done testosterone twice, and on the second one I added in EQ. Did you prematurely hop on tests? Personally, for me, with the knowledge now gained after those two processes, yes, I believe I prematurely hopped on test. If I were to do it again, once I got back in the gym and started really heavily bodybuilding when I was like 22, I would have just kept that momentum going, like kept that high running and kept just trying to be the best version of me possible without allowing myself to be influenced and to be curious. But if I were to go back without the knowledge that I have, I probably would have done it. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the person I am, I'm kind of like, I like to try things firsthand and create my own opinion. If I do enough research and I learn enough about it to the point where I feel more confident about pursuing it, then I will try it out. My first cycle, it started off with 500 milligrams of test a week, and I forgot how much D-ball, but it was just one little capsule a day, every day. So I had that going for 2 weeks, and I noticed I got super watery, and my body naturally is not watery, you feel me? Like, I'm really lean. When I trained with my boy in San Diego, whose coach at the time is like a 2-time Olympian. Homie never won the Olympia, but he's been on the Olympian stage twice, you feel me? And his physique is honestly pretty nutty in person. And he told me to take out D-ball completely and drop my test down to 375 milligrams. So I did it. I was like, fuck it, I'm down. Younger kids wanting to cycle. Man, I do be getting some messages often about like what I took, what it's like, and like how to do it, and like where to get it. And honestly, if you're like 15 to 21, 22, I highly recommend you don't take anything. Because realistically, how many of you actually are living this lifestyle as close to perfect as possible, day in and day out? Like, you live, breathe bodybuilding. Like, you don't go out and party. Recovery is your highest priority. So it's like, and your training is top tier every time you come to the gym. You're actually truly bodybuilding, reaching true hypertrophy. I remember how I felt when I was like 17 years old, bro. I was just stupid peeled, like shredded, bro, and like all I was doing was just training in my front yard. But yeah, for the younger kids, just chill, bro. Y'all got so much hormones really raging through your body. Like, allow yourself to really test your genetic limit to see how big or how solid of a physique you can build. And then if this is still something you want to do by the time you're like 24, 25, like my age, bro, like, yeah, sure, fuck it. What kind of edge does test bring? Your recovery. When I first hopped on test, I definitely had a few weeks where a few times, I would say, where I would train for like 2 weeks straight, minimal, like no rest days. The endurance that you have when you train definitely increases. Like, truthfully test your boundaries, really go beyond your limits, or really pushing yourself every time. Being enhanced, if you're able to dig like that, definitely go quite a few reps after failure, or you're like what your failure used to be. But my strength never really went crazy. I was never a strength-focused athlete at the same time, you know? So I hit the same weights. Even now, I hit the same weights. Like, I'm still hitting the 90s. I can still hit the 100s. I still squat like 315. Progress you can make, of course, which is obvious. If you have decent genetics, you know what I'm saying? Your routine is on point. Your recovery is on point. Your sleep's on point. Your supplementation is on point. Then definitely you could be seeing progress within weeks. Once it's really settled in your system, like, yeah, you're gonna be growing weekly, like, and it's pretty dope to see. I'm just a very lean person, and test allowed me to produce mass, and now I just have been left over with the tissue that I matured in that time. So don't be hopping on test expecting to get super lean and super shredded. There's some people who have had way crazier progress than me, and maybe even did a lower dose than me. How was coming off? The first time, man, both times coming off was like damn near the same pattern. I got a job at this place called Tiger in Sacramento, and this is like damn near like I was there when I was peaking to when I came off. And throughout that time, I was very disciplined at first, and then eventually, slowly, I started, getting more social, meeting people, and what's it called? started drinking, you know, started partying, started staying up late, started really falling off routine. And it affected me quite a bit when I was coming off. Like, when I first came off, honestly, I'll show y'all, I looked wicked. Like, I don't know what it was. My first, like, week, like, kind of partying again. And one night, we just did all-nighter. And the next morning, we went to the gym. And I, like, took my shirt off and looked in the mirror. And I was like, damn, I am stupid peeled. Like, I can step on stage right now. And probably, in like true novice, I'm taking it for show, man. I was on a PCT at that time. I took HCG, Clomid, Novadex, and I had a protocol, so I was just following that for the 2 months. And then on the second cycle, when I came off, I kind of got the same thing, distracted. I was really locked in. Started working at this old restaurant. That's the restaurant I work at now, Cheesecake Factory, but in Sacramento, and kind of started allowed myself to be distracted. I started drinking a lot, staying up a lot, and just not focused on my routine. Like, workouts were kind of shit, so I had to end that. I came off, and then I cruised for another month and a half, and then I threw in MK677 while I did my PCT. So I did my HCG, Clomid, and Novadex again on my PCT, and then I took a natural test booster after MK677 when I was off everything. And I felt good. Like, my body was hella solid for a long time, and then one night for my boy Santi's birthday, we went out to Tiger where I used to work, and I got stupid faded. And I ain't gonna lie, I got stupid faded. And the next day after that, bro, like, my body was just not bouncing back how it was. Like, it just felt really different than how I was feeling prior to that night. And ever since then, up until this point, I now feel like my body's coming back. So I think I don't know, fucked something up or ruined something. Whatever's momentum was there. But I'm definitely gonna go get checked, get my blood work done, just to see where my hormones are at now. In my opinion, being enhanced is just more complicated. You know what I'm saying? You gotta focus on your hormone levels, you gotta focus on getting blood work done regularly. It costs a lot of freaking money. So now I'm going to be showing y'all the photos of when I first hopped on test.